Hi everyone, welcome to MS Live. I'm your host, Dulci Hill. Let me get this YouTube going here. Just 1 minute. While you guys are setting up. Anyway, I'm Dulci Hill, and I'm your host for MS Live, and we have an average of 100 viewers on YouTube. Hi, Chris. And then 600 people a show watches on Facebook. So anyway, I want to welcome you all. And this here, hi, Jane. Let's see here. Almost. All right, what I'm doing is you can see my phone in the corner there. I'm sharing on, let's see here. I'm sharing. Okay. Multiple. Let me just see. Oh my goodness. I've got a lot of groups for MS. Okay. Hi, Karen. All right. Let me see if I can get this phone. All right. That's a little better. Anyway, hi, Chris. Hi, Karen. Hi, Jane. Ah, you see, I've got a new camera here. I replaced the old one there, so this is my office there, and I should, they say if you're going to do a video, look behind you at what is all around there. What's my backdrop there? And I'll show you guys. If you guys want to see on Facebook everything in the background, my office there, go to YouTube. Good morning, Karen. This is Gina's here. Good morning. Now again, hi Jane. It's wonderful to be on Facebook, or not Facebook, on YouTube. So if you're watching this on Facebook, if you can log on to Dulci Hill on YouTube, just do a search there. Subscribe to the channel, and you'll get the live link that's going on right now, and you can participate in this chat there. This is great. But this video again, I'm gonna have to figure out these controls because it's everything. In fact, what's good about this is I can do a fitness video with that camera there. I can do some weights and squats there because I realize that it's getting everything. In fact, let me try to lower this a little bit. No, let me try again. All right. Oh, we're centered. Yeah, I like that better. Anyway, yes, Chris and Jane and hi Tina. Again, I hope everyone's well. So does Jane and let's see, Chris and Karen. So everybody say good morning to each other. And I know, so I'm really gonna have to put on smoke and mirrors there to. All right, so what is our topic today? It is it's interesting. I was thinking I went yesterday. Jane Goldman from Ireland. Oh God, I love it. And then when Tim gets here, he's from England, so I know it's probably. Oh, I think you're 6 hours. Is it 5 o'clock in Ireland right now? And where in Ireland are you from, Jane? So we've got somebody from Ireland. And all right, so I'm going to tell you what I've been dealing with MS there. And Nadine, dear, I hope you stay with us the full hour. Nadine, what? It's 4 p.m. What part of Ireland? Karen wants to know. We all went. Waterford. Waterford. Is that northern? There, I've been to Ireland there. So in Ireland is, Dingle and Dublin and Killarney and Kildare and yeah, I just all the way. Never kissed the Blarney Stone because I hear you guys all pee on it in Ireland. So, I was young enough that a couple of the, oh, dear Belfast, Northern Ireland. There, okay, okay. That's, thank God the days of the IRA is, we Americans think we have issues. You guys lived it. You guys lived that. No, you know what? It's whiskey. No, that's it. Whiskey, Jane, is in Scotland, right? Guinness. You know what? You haven't lived till you had a Guinness in Ireland because that beer, it's like a cream soda. It takes forever to settle there, but it's not bitter. It's creamy. Oh my God. No, wait, wait. Let me see. Waterford, okay. Karen Smith. Let me see. Irish whiskey. Yeah, yeah, or Bailey's Irish cream. It's true. In fact, I did the other day, on Tuesday. I did. No matter where you go, if you're an American, most of us have different nationalities in us, and we're not. People look at us like that. You're American, even though it's like I'm German. It's you try to glean on to where your people are from. Except when you go to Ireland, you can have one drop of blood and when you're in Ireland, and you Irish people are so great, you're like, you're Irish. You tell me you're Irish. You want everybody to be Irish, and you take everybody. So Irish, and it's fun. It's fun. And the Irish in the United States were so persecuted. I think the indentured servants that came over they paid their way across the shipping way by being servants for people and working, being slaves basically for 7 years or to pay off their fee there. Yeah, it was the Irish. I love Irish. Irish people don't take life very seriously. That's funny. That's funny. They're quick to laugh and sing. All right. And so many of you know I have secondary chronic progressive MS. I walk with a walker, which is not here right now. The hip flexor assisted did by Euro trash, Chris. I'm Euro trash. I'll show you my DNA from Ancestry.com. Eurotrash. I'm a mutt. I am. You go and you get a purebred dog, and he's like all golden retriever. Forget it. Forget. That's funny, Jane. Jane says we all need to set a month aside every year, spend a week together at a hotel, drink whiskey, and pee in the hotel pool. I'm in. You know what? I'm doing the MS Frontier. You know what? That gives me a reason to possibly do the work to incorporate MS Frontiers for fundraising so that it can pay for all of us to, at least offset. Hi, Diana. So I'm grateful for you to be here. Yeah, it's because right now the fundraiser only raises enough money to run the website so that we can keep supporting each other. Uh, People can find the support groups on Facebook. They can find us, the videos I've done over the past 10 years on how to manage certain symptoms or exercise or diet, all that stuff. It's there, but most important is that if they can get onto this live chat with you guys supporting, you guys know. Tim, we got someone from Ireland. Karen is from Ireland, so and it's 4 o'clock her time. So Tim Riches is from England, and so you guys are the British Isles, right? Great Britain, or no, not Great Britain, England. Uh, all right. I know. We did trivia night last night with two of the smartest guys and his wife. Yeah. Everyone has Irish blood in them. Everybody. So it's good that we all, and you people from England, I have to laugh because English purebreds, you English are Euro trash. You think you got Danish, you were conquered by the Danish, and Rome was there, and then the Germans. Think about how King Henry VIII, Germans are alive and well. What Victoria and Albert? Albert was German. So you start to look at all of these things, and you think, all right, Viking. You're right, Tim. Vikings, exactly. And the Vikings weren't the Norwegians that we thought. They're the Danes. When I did studying on that, Danes. So real quick, Tim, this is what we American history buffs love to ask you. You Brits, well, did King Richard III? Did he do it? Did he do it to his nephews? Did he? Did he? And I'll explain that on. But did King Richard? What do you think? Did King Richard kill his nephews? Was he responsible for that? But that's kind of fun. What's fun is that we're all supporting each other. We all have MS, but for this hour, we don't have yet. Tim! That's funny. Tim says King Richard III definitely killed his nephews. And the reason why I'm saying that, they were twin nephews. They were put in the tower. They were put in the tower to be protected by King Richard because they were next in line for the throne. So Richard was the brother. He was only supposed to be what is the word for it? Hold a placeholder until they came of age. So, but somebody kidnapped the twin boys when they were young, out of the castle and not the castle, the tower, and they disappeared for good. So the big question is did Richard III, did this guy who was supposed to be their protector, did he kill them? Or, for the sake of being the king there. And what's fun there, Tim, is that so many people in Britain now, when they come to the United States, if you ask a younger person, you think Richard III did it? They're like, who's Richard? and who's, yeah, they don't know. So it's true. It's very much like the history in the United States. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't. Jane, and Jane's 100% Czechoslovakian, and that talk about the Czech and the Germans when they went to war. I think what was that in 1938? That was no. Let me think. Yeah, in Prague, Prague had a serious problem about with poverty and stuff because of this war, and but I'm glad your family imported over here, came here. All right. So now to go back to, hi Lucy, to go back to, because what we're doing right now, we may have MS, but we're interacting separate from MS. Now to tie it back to some of the problems with MS that I had faced over the past week is that I'm in chronic pain. So I go to a pain specialist. He gives me three different pain medications that I don't take the same day or the same every day, because then you build up a tolerance and it doesn't work as well. Also, the exhaustion has been terrible. And so if I sit back, and I know you have your pharmacy of symptom control stuff, you make a decision. Okay, I'm tired today, so I'm going to take a Ritalin or a Provigil. I'm going to take that, knowing that it only is going to give you 4 hours of being awake, but the downside is that you end up crashing. So what I wanted to talk about is Nadine. If I had a nickel for everybody who said, "Truth be told, I hate MS," everybody who said that they hate MS, I'd be a, I'd pay for everybody to get together and be in the pool and drink Irish whiskey. But to be honest, what am I responding to people who say I hate MS? Most, that's odd. Most people love it. We love MS. And what kind of sense does that make? Nobody enjoys having a disease that I laugh because so I decide, all right, I'm going to treat this lack of energy. I'm going to take my Ritalin, right? Problem is the side effects of Ritalin. It really puts my nerves on end. Uh, I'm but anyway, yeah, Chris is laughing at me. Good, good. You laugh at me. Slam me too. You guys know I can take it. I can take it as much as I can dish it out. So what happens is that now I was in a situation where I had the energy. All of a sudden I was in pain. Now the nerve endings I'm feeling is so much worse. So I took two of the painkillers. That is way too much. Two, it's low dose. That evening, I just was laying on the couch. I couldn't keep my eyes open. So yesterday, I'm just sitting there and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I have no energy and I'm in pain, but I'm not in extreme pain. I have no energy. So logic says go take something for energy, but I did it differently this time. I thought, you know what? If you're in pain, pain saps energy. So instead, I took one low dose pain medication. And believe it or not, when that pain lifted, I had adequate energy. And so I end up getting Ritalin. It's like once every 2 years, and that container lasts forever. Um, because I need to take that every once in a while to remind myself that I don't like to take Ritalin. I don't know what. Everybody in this group there, what works for you? What medications really work for you? And do you get a crash? This is for energy. So there's Modafinil, there is Ritalin, we have let's see, methylphenidate, we have Provigil and Nuvigil. Jackie! Hi, Jackie. You know what? I'm glad you said that, Gina. What kind of pain are we talking about? Let me, I'm getting dry. MS has typical pain is the pain you get from spasticity. It's the acute pain. It's the pain, say, if when you do Lamictal, you look down and it goes, zzz, you get the electrical shock down your spine. That immediate pain, spasticity. It's let's see, the pain you get from pins and needles, paresthesia, pins and needles in your legs. When I sit down wearing shorts, sometimes it feels like my skin is ripping apart there. But that's acute pain. Oh, hi, Sherry. She's back. It's all right. You're always late, but that's just yeah, that's just your way. We love you, Annie. We love you for being late. Because not everybody can be earlier on time. Anyway, so okay. So that, Gina, to answer you, that is the type of pain that also there's the pain of there's emotional pain. There's all sorts. Hi, David. Um, Nice to see you. He's on Facebook here. Uh, the burning of your white foot you're talking about. But you know what? And my feet get icy, icy, icy cold, and they feel warm to the touch, but they hurt like it's got frostbite there. So that's typical MS pain. The pain that I experience, it's pain caused by demyelination, and it's a systemic. That's right. What is that? Carly Simon. She walked on into the room like she walked onto the yacht. You're so vain. Probably think the song is about you. You're so vain. Anyway, so when you talk about that kind of pain, yeah, it's terrible pain. That kind of pain, it's acute pain, and Neurontin is often prescribed. Some people swear by medical marijuana. I don't like that at all because how do you make cognitive fog worse? How do you increase your munchies? How do you? Why not? Why not? All right, Jane, let's see what message. Oh, you retracted. Jane, I'm dying to know what you retracted. You just retracted a message you posted. That's funny. Yeah, Carly Simon. That's right. I'm singing that. Okay, so we've got that kind of pain. To answer Gina's question, MS associated pain. Uh, uh, t- uh, Tic neuralgia or trigeminal neuralgia is that headache that feels like it's a cluster headache there, that kind of pain. They give us Tegretol for all these pains or Lyrica or these pains that are real and it's caused by the demyelination. However, if you've ever been on beta seron or any of the interferons, and not taking the medication for the side effect, the flu-like side effect, that is how I feel most of the time. I feel like I'm experiencing the flu-like bone and aching. That's that aching pain, Jackie. And uh, what they find is that that achy pain tends to be consistent with people who've had MS a very long time. I believe it's associated with years and years of taking the interferon shots. I think that achiness doesn't go. Susan, you're here. Another Hill's in the house. These Hills got around. Anyway, they're like the Hills are like the poodle of the American world. You know, everybody is part Hill. Yeah, that's funny. But anyway, that flu-like pain. So, because of that, I call it phantom pain. But they say when I've gone to the pain specialist, just because you perceive it and it doesn't seem to be there doesn't mean you're actually feeling it. So they treat it. The anesthesiologist, spinal pain specialist treats it, and they monitor every 3 months. I go in, I pee in a cup to prove I don't do drugs, and they give me Nucinta, let's see, OxyContin, and Opana, which is morphine, but it's only 0.1% of each, or point, yeah, very, very low dose. And that little bit of narcotic there gives me, it takes away enough of the pain for about 6 hours that I discovered yesterday. I thought, let me just take a painkiller and not take the Opana, or not the Ritalin, and it helped me. I just answered somebody who emailed me about she only takes Percocet, and it's not working for her anymore. And I said, go. And she, luckily, she had a pain specialist appointment later that day. And I said, hey, you go to your pain specialist and ask, why don't you have, say, 30 days of say, Percocet, and then Nucinta, and then oxymorphone. If you have a very low dose there, and you don't take the Percocet every day, because that kind of thing builds up in your system. That's what causes drug addicts. The abuse of that, and you know, there is a gene, kind of like alcoholism. There is a gene that people get exposed by these opioids, and they have to use it all the time. We people with MS that have this systemic chronic fatigue, not fatigue, the systemic chronic pain, and it interferes with the way we walk, how we feel. Somebody was telling me yesterday at the pool, you are just awesome. All you have is your walking issues, and I said that walker is nothing compared to what we go through, right? Uh, you know what? Gina just said chronic pain and chronic spasticity causes fatigue. We need to control these every day, all day, in order to stand a chance to fight fatigue. And you know, it's that observation absolutely correlates with why it worked yesterday. I took, let's see, what did I take? One morphine, one low dose, really low dose morphine, and it took away the pain, and I didn't need to take another one. Takara, I love you, girl. I love you. Anyway, she's my sister. I've got another sister. I love my sisters. Tara, if there's a way you can get on to my YouTube page there. You can participate in the chat. You guys on YouTube will love Takara. Takara is she just awesome. She's awesome. I was on the phone with her the other day for 1 hour, and I didn't have lipstick on, so and you know how I am with lipstick. You know, I've got the English lips, uh, which you guys, Tim, you can laugh at. You ever notice a lot of people in England? You know, they don't have lips. I don't. I've got the English lips. Euro trash. I can point out what ethnicity is each part of my body. But anyway, yeah, it is true. So what Gina, what you were saying is that that pain I was feeling was sapping my energy. Even though I'm so used to being in pain, I don't. I don't even think. It's like I don't even think that I'm in pain. All of a sudden, I have no energy. But I took this painkiller, and it gave me enough energy to swim a quarter mile. And you know, when I got to the pool and I got into the water, I was in a foul mood. Just I didn't want to talk to anybody. I and I love the pool people. I love them. Love the gym people. But I wasn't. You guys know, hurting people hurt other people, and I was hurting, and I knew not to talk to anybody. There and I guess I've got this expression face, so they knew to stay away. They knew to. But when I was done my laps and that Medicaid painkiller kicked in, because I took it on the way to the gym there, and when I finished my laps and it kicked in, I didn't feel like I didn't have pain. It wasn't that. All of a sudden, I felt normal. I felt strong enough and social enough to talk to people and listen to them and just be in their world. And it was so wonderful because that's who I like to be. Um, Somebody who is more, yeah, meds versus zombie. Yeah, you know what? Meds versus zombie. Jane just said. And with MS, it's so funny. I found myself, I was a passenger in a car the other day, and we were driving down, and I got to thinking, hi, human. Oh, I know your name, Daniel. That's of course it's Daniel. Uh, um, but I realized I hadn't taken anything, and it's almost like you're in a dream. You're not really participating in life. You're stepping back, and you're in a bubble. So, and that is often how we feel with MS without medication. And it's so funny when I used to do recreational drugs. um, I used to take them to feel like a zombie. Now I don't take anything, and sometimes I feel like a zombie, and I have to take these medications. Good morning, Mace. I'm sorry, I should have said that. Mace is in the house. Anyway, Mace is from New Orleans. New Orleans, right? He's our Cajun buddy. Uh, anyway, all right, and Daniel said, all right, do we, let's see, I used to take meds to dull everything, to be a zombie. Now it's bizarre that I look out at the world and I think, oh my gosh, how many more years till I get to meet Jesus? And I think that, and it's because I don't feel like I'm zombie. I'm in zombie land, like you said, Jane, and taking not the Ritalin to give me energy, but taking that painkiller Uh, uh, it lifted that. Problem is that sometimes you take the painkiller and when that wears off, hi Frank, Frank's in the house as well. It's good to see you, Frank. Frank's on Facebook there, so it's good to see you. All right, so it's huge because if I take the right medications to get away from the pain, all of a sudden this haze, this fog lifts there. Yeah, Mace, Chris is in Arkansas, and she wants to know what the weather is acting like in New Orleans. There, you've got this hurricane coming, and so Chris wants to know from you, Mace, how the weather is in New Orleans. There, uh, let's see. Okay, that is good. My groceries are to be delivered. Yeah, that's all right. Bye, baby. Oh. All right, all right. There's a loop. Somebody is telling us that they got another responsibility, and they're all chatting there, but it doesn't need to be read. Um, anyway, and I love what she said because what Jane said, are we zombies or do we medicate? And sometimes the medication you pick is not the right medication. Yeah, I know that it's yesterday. Opana was wonderful for me. My other Nucinda is day 2 or OxyContin. Problem is, in fact, taking more than the low dose will I can't walk. So it's really low dose there. So and sometimes I'll take something and it won't work. It won't work. Jane is still on here. Good, Jane. Oh, we got 2 Janes. I realize. Where are you from, Jane? Goldsmith, Jane Goldsmith, because I know Jane is from Coeur d'Alene. Uh, all right. Now we got a question about weight loss there, and Rodney's here. Rod, Rodney. Hi, Rodney. All right. Real quick. Weight loss with MS. It's a lot easier than you think. With MS, it's harder to move. Therefore, when we make ourselves walk, when we make ourselves lift weights, uh, anything we do physical burns more calories, Jackie. So what you have to do, and it's harder to do these things, but that's because we're burning more calories. As a rule, if you're a woman and you can think of 100 calories is supposed to last for 1 hour. So if you eat 100 calories, you don't eat for another hour, like a banana. Say you eat a 300 calorie breakfast, that lasts you 3 hours. So that's a general rule there for most of us. Most of us need 1,200 calories a day, and you do that, and that's a good thing. The other thing is that anytime you sit down to a woman sits down, this is a general rule, without getting into technicalities. Anything over 600 calories in one meal for a woman is won't be used. Is more likely to turn to fat. There. Hi, Teresa, from Mobile, Alabama. Oh my goodness, Teresa. Oh, I love you. Yes, I know who you are. Anyway, it's good. Teresa, if you can jump over to Facebook, Google that, you can participate in the chat there. All right, so I saw Teresa. I started thinking where you're from and what you've been going through and how God has answered our prayer. Oh! I'll tell you something. Last week, around the back of my yard, around that screened-in porch, is bricks. I've been trying to lay the bricks there, and my husband finally said, "I'm not going to cut the bricks, so hire somebody." So I got a quote. A guy comes out and gives me a quote. He wants $1,300 to make it safe for my handicap, my walker to go around the outside. 13, and I said, I'm sorry, I only have $500 reserved for this. And he said, well, I'll do it for 18 or $800. And I still said, yeah, that's too bad. $500 is what I have set aside for it. So there was a professional landscaper. My husband called. Uh, he came and he looked at what needed to be done. And I said, how much do you think you would charge? He said, $500. I said, so 500. He said, and I've been telling people that, and there's a lot of people who don't even believe in God that are just like, whoa, because it's the exact amount that I put aside for that. And now an expert, instead of a handyman who was going to charge that 99, yeah, $1,300. He was going to charge me there, and I said no. $500 is what I was trying to go for. I have the bricks. I have, and a professional licensed landscaping company comes by and says, "Oh, I didn't even tell him what my budget was. It was, you know, he just said $500, and I'm like, thank you, Jesus. I said, what are the odds? And with me, it's 100%. God is so good to me. You know, they say that uh, um, once you decide or you go on the path of having that relationship with Christ and you see God's work in your life like you see gravity, like you see wind. You know, yeah, like you feel it on your face there. I can't see. Where's God? I can't see him. I see him. Oh, I see him more than rain falling from the sky there. And I think we all can do that. All right, so uh, yeah, Jackie. So yours is all right. So yeah, kratom. The problem I found with taking kratom for pain is that it's the side effects. It can't be controlled. Kratom is if you research kratom, it's like a legal marijuana, and it's illegal in some countries there because it's mind altering, and you make a tea out of it. And I tried that. I will say that kratom works a lot better than medical marijuana. Uh, um, yeah, I will say that. But then again, and then CBD oil didn't work on me at all there. So, hi, Matt. Yeah, there's Tim and there's Matt. Oh, it's nice for you to tune in. This is what I do. You were talking about yesterday how the government, they want to put us on Social Security disability, and when we have these brilliant brains, and however, if we use them to contribute to society, there we'll lose our health insurance, and we can't afford to lose our health insurance. So it's really catch-22. So people say to me, well, what do you do? How do you contribute? Well, I contribute by hosting this MS Live, by creating MS Frontiers to raise money for I don't know, to keep the website going so that we can do God's work. We can, and all of us, right? Because am I a let me see, am I a apostle? Am I Paul? Am I, the source? You guys know I'm not. I'm a conduit of God's love, and you guys are all supporting each other. You guys, so I love that we can come together, and I love that Sunday at 3 o'clock we have a Zoom meeting, and it'll be better. Because I got this new camera. So the new camera will engage in Zoom, and I'll be able to do Zoom on the PC. I promise it'll be better. There also, I'm going to make a lot of you regulars. You're going to um, I'll send you invitations to run the Zoom meeting in case I'm not get my act together. One of you can. You can host it. So anyway, all right. So what were we talking about? Losing weight there. You start. It's easy to lose weight when you have MS because every step you take is it's more takes more calories. There, I like to say when people say you're so thin, how do you stay thin? I say, well, first, my left leg's always stiff, and it's stiff because I shove all the food I eat down in that left leg, and it's stiff. And that's why I swim because I don't use my legs, and so I have to have a strong core. But so now, in order to gain weight, uh, that tends to be a bit of a problem. I've discovered how I gain weight is I just eat bread and sugar and everything, twink, anything that's bad for you, I eat, and it maintains my weight, maybe even gives me more weight. But the way we're supposed to eat to gain weight is quality foods. You have your eggs, have a lot, like a 6 egg scrambled eggs for breakfast. Uh, um, Smoothies, protein with protein powder in there. And you can get vegetables and stuff like that. What else are you supposed to do? Peanut butter, eat lots of peanut butter. And banana and oh, I love that. And cheese and grapes, that those two go together. Hi, Sarah. So that we have these things we can eat, quality foods, real quality food. Protein. I know I say protein, Chris, and studying so much of yeah, exactly. Mace just said it in moderation, and America is ODing on protein. We don't need as much protein as we eat. So what? What we're thank you, Karen, for the time check. The what we're supposed to do is eat the fats, real quality fats like olive oil, monosaturated fat or mono fats. Hey, hi, Sarah. Mono sacro. Oh, no, all right, I'm mixing it. Mono and poly are the fats we're supposed to have, and fish oils and that kind of stuff. So increasing our fats when, say, eating more olives, eating nuts, always eating nuts. Nuts are high calorie and they're very good for us. Let me think. What else? Oh my gosh. And we're supposed to get the lion's share of our food groups from vegetables, fruits and vegetables. So the overdose on that there. Throw into a stir fry with almonds, lots of almonds, or walnuts. There's all sorts of things. White rice, believe it or not, everybody was brown rice. But if you take white rice, cool it to room temperature, there it ends up getting good bacteria on it there. So toss it with a Mediterranean with nuts and say raisins and you toss all that and you put a little oh, what is that called? No, it begins with a C. Oh no, I'm drawing a blank. There, you start doing that, and it's really good for you, and it feels good. Avocados, again, uh, avocados are good for weight gain, and that's good oils there. And yeah, I half an avocado on I eat it with some salt with a tablespoon. They're so good. Uh, Couscous is good for you. I don't like couscous. I have to laugh. That is my a lot of my friends try to get me on tofu. No, I'm not doing tofu. Although I do like tofu when I go to an Indian restaurant. I like the tofu and that spinach, the green spinach thing. By the way, if you're prone to kidney stones, spinach has the most amount of oxalates. You're supposed to avoid spinach there. And I always thought you're supposed to avoid beets there. And beets apparently are not as high on the oxalate. So if you do a lot of spinach and say you do calcium there, that is perfect because the oxalates in spinach, quinoa. That's another one. Yuck. I'm sorry. This girl. Quinoa is very good for you. Yeah, it just doesn't taste right. Same thing with kale. What is it with this kale? I mean, I suppose I can choke it down if kale is baked and it's you put some garlic on it, and it's crispy and a little olive oil, and yeah, I can eat kale that way, but people make me, yeah, yeah. Sarah, you get all right. People make me eat kale salads and stuff, and I'm thinking, I'm telling you what, I choke it down. It's bitter, nasty. All right, Sarah, you get kidney stones all the time. I've had epic stones in spinach. Is the number? It is huge on oxalates. Huge. They say tea, iced tea is also huge on oxalates. But right now, when I go to a neurological urologist for neurobladder, and they are monitoring. I have a little kidney stone there, and it has not grown in 3 years. So as long as it sits there, and I don't, and I stopped eating spinach and before yeah, kale chips. Yeah, yeah. That is, you know what? Fried. Forget it. Forget it. You know what? Why am I forcing myself to eat foods? I give me some cheddar cheese and some grapes. And Jane, I have to thank you. I watched Jen can cook when she made galumpkies, stuffed cabbage, and I just was so I had her on my saved playlist there. But then when you sent me uh, how to make bread, easy bread, it was her, and I love her there, and I've sent it to uh, all my buddies there, and we're all doing it there. Okay, so Sarah's talking about kidney stones, and they start out small and they go to her bladder and they create large. They get large. Um, they get large. Did Sarah? Did they analyze what they're made out of? The kidney stones. Uh, um, yeah, Jane is definitely. Yeah, zucchini. I've made that. I like eggplant, zucchini parmesan chips, but that's an air fryer. You're getting that air fryer, and I believe that air fry isn't an air fryer a convection oven. Uh, yeah, Jane's good. She makes an olive cheddar. No, what's it, jalapeno cheddar bread. How fun. Okay, so Sarah, if you can find out what these kidney stones are made of, most of them are calcium oxide, and what so those two chemicals have to bind in order to grow to to uh, to grow, right? So if you find out what you're eating, that I don't want to give up dairy or calcium, so I got to give up oxalates, and that spinach. They All right, you have super creatures. So we're talking a little bit. She's talking about what her uh, um, kidney stones are made of, and I'll tell you, don't take my advice. Disclaimer: I'm not a doctor. All I can say is my experience. I come from my experience, my research. I do a lot of research on what's going on with the MS in the world, the progression of that, and everything I say here when it comes to medication, when it comes to treating stuff, it's based on what I know to be true. And for me, for my particular body, take what you hear and bring it to your neurologist who knows your body, or your urologist who knows it and can give you the right advice. Thank you, Sis Callie. There, thank you. As far convection is air frying there, so. Yeah, all right. Because I have a convection oven and I love to use it for making roast meats. It's wonderful. The air, I don't know. I got to do that. All right. So Jane, yeah, Jane, we're all wildly respected for you being a cook. I think you have to be a parent to be a just always be making dinner and not um you know what, that's not true, Jane. Jane asks, why is MS non-existent in South America? That's not true. I get more people on Facebook emailing me in the Spanish language, uh, um, and they're from South America. Uh, so it is prevalent in South America. The closer you are to the equator, they find out that I think that has something to do with the D3, getting your skin exposed to the sun. The less likely you are to develop MS, and that's just geographically. They find that the farther away you are, like in England, in Ireland, in New Jersey, in Maine, in Seattle, and all up north there, more people get MS the farther away. Uh, England and Ireland and Wales, Scotland, you know, they get that. Hi, Nicole. Oh, how nice. I'm so glad you're here, Nicole. Oh my gosh, yeah, 9,000. And you know what, Jane? There's 9,000 people in Ireland that have MS, and you and I both know there's more than that. There is more than that. Uh, um, so when we say South America, the farther you go below the border, the more. Think of Australia. Australia has a ton of people with MS there. So yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. And you know, in Ireland, I get in Wales. I was getting a lot of people from Wales messaging me on Facebook there. But Nicole, thank you for participating there in this live chat. It's wonderful. Um, Nicole, where do you live? I just don't know. And inquiring minds. And Sarah, you're saying you produce calcium, kidney stones, and you need to eat more spinach. If I were you, I'd run that by my urologist. I don't know. All right, Karen, thank you, thank you for the time check there. It's been 1 hour. Um, we are going to be doing a Zoom meeting on Sunday at 3 o'clock East Coast Standard, New York time, Maryland time. I got this new camera, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna post it on my Facebook channel, and then my Facebook page, and I may do a video, just sending you that way there. And what I did wrong last Sunday is that I kept being impatient. So when you guys weren't there, I kept starting a new meeting. So I think there was like 5 or 6 different meetings going on where everybody was parked in different meetings there. So anyway, I love you. Please go to msfrontiers.org. Look at the resources we have for you. Again, God bless you. I just pray that I'm an instrument of of God's peace, and that you'll find the comfort that He has for you. Uh, and He's using my words correctly to inspire you and encourage you. Again, I'm nothing without you, and your experiences are maybe even more important than my 34 years experience. And together we are stronger, and love you all. May the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, keep your hearts and minds on Christ Jesus. And may God bless you and keep you. May He make His face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up His countenance upon you and give you His peace. I love you, and please keep coming back.